Hey y'all, it's your girl Nika and I'm back with another video. Today is a get ready with me, a cancer talk and get ready with me. I'm going to be giving you guys updates of what happened yesterday when I went to the doctor. The eyebrows, don't talk about them because for some reason they want to be cousins today and I don't have time to fool with them. So let's get started.
Yeah, mommy. Ooh. You have a
What? Alright, so I'm going to start off with the Nudes from Juvia Palace. This is a very pretty palette. Very beautiful. As you see, I dibble and dabble in this palette a lot. I'm going to be doing just like a little normal look for me because I'm not really going anywhere. I don't really have intent, So I already have my primer and everything down. This is probably how I'm going to do it, so everything goes a little bit quicker. I'll probably already have on my foundation, my concealer. I'll probably already be baking and already have the eyebrows on. So like I said, I have to fight with them sometimes. And today it was a... So, all right. Yesterday when I went to the doctor, I was very, very nervous when I went because... And my camera's probably going to move a lot because I got it on a shoebox today. I was very nervous yesterday going into the doctor because of the simple fact that I don't work, and so I lost my insurance through my job as of October 31st. I mean, which is normal, I got my last check in October, so that paid for the insurance that I had. I was able to keep it even though I didn't work in October. And so I was very, very nervous, and the my insurance lady at Baylor, oh my gosh, her name is Yolanda, and I absolutely love her. She really looks out for me. Olivia, get out now. Get my take my bonnet off. But she really looks out for me. She really makes sure that, everything goes how it's supposed to. She doesn't want me to miss out on treatments. She doesn't want me to miss out on doctor's visit, getting blood work, any of that. So she had told me that my insurance was going to run out. I mean, my mom does insurance too. She can, run that insurance and stuff too. So my mom wanted to also check for herself to see when my insurance was going to go out. And my mom had already told me my insurance was probably going to go out, in October, after October, the 1st of this month. It was going to go, I wasn't going to have it. But anyways, Yolanda had hooked me up. She's trying to give me some financial aid, y'all. And with financial aid, sometimes financial aid will pay for a couple of rounds of chemo. Sometimes it'll only pay for like 2 cycles of chemo. Sometimes it might pay for all of your chemo, just depending on how much you have to take. And right now, nobody knows how much I've taken. My doctor is still, chomping the numbers and looking at the results and everything. But I have had 4 cycles of chemo. And cycles and rounds are not the same. If you've never done chemo, they are not the same. You do so many cycles in one round. So I'm still in round 1 of chemo, but I've already had 4 cycles of it. But anyways, my doctor, he came in. He was really happy again after seeing my test results and everything. And he was just telling me, that like my belly ribbon is in the normal. I was in the green for my belly ribbon, which explains my bright white pupils because my belly ribbon is back normal, and my belly ribbon hasn't been normal in like 2 years, I was always jaundiced and scratching or something, you know what I'm saying? So I knew my belly ribbon was acting up. But he was really happy about that You know, everything was kind of going down into the green. You know, I still have a ways to go with some of my protein levels, and you know, the tumor still has a little ways to go. The tumor that the protein that the tumor makes, the tumor cells and stuff make, I still have to get those down. So we're still working on that. But everything is looking good. He told me he's treated a lot of people with, you know, cancer, with bile duct cancer or cancer similar to this. And he said that most of them did not have this first initial response.
Mommy, look.
Do you want me to whoop your butt?
No.
Well, then why do you keep coming in here while I'm making videos? Come here. Come here, look at the camera. And tell them how does Mama start her videos?
How does Mama start her videos?
No, you say it. What do I say when I start my videos? What I say? I say, hey y'all.
Hey y'all.
And what I say?
What you doing?
No, I don't. You were just saying it. What I say? I say, hey y'all, it's your girl
Nika.
Say it.
Hey guys, it's your girl Nika.
Go away. Last week she kept running around saying that she'd be looking in the mirror and she'll go, hey y'all, it's your girl Nika. I'm not playing with you. But anyways, he was just saying, you know, like he has treated a lot of people, you know, with cancer similar to mine. He's treated people with cancer like mine. And he was just saying, like, he's never had anybody have this first initial reaction like I have. Not like bad reaction, but just like he's never had anybody that just popped up and was all like, within getting that first cycle of chemo, they were good. So he was, you know, he was just all like, he said everything is headed in the right direction. He's happy with the outcome. He's pretty sure that, you know, here pretty soon, he's going to be able to tell me how many cycles or rounds that I'm going to have to do, you know, and he was just really happy. I was too. I don't know if he could tell, but under that mask, I was smiling my little yellow self off. You know what I'm saying? I was all like, won't he do it? Because it's just all like, I know through the grace of God, this is all that is working. And he was just like so happy. Like, I don't think he was expecting the initial the initial reaction that he got with just me doing 1 to 2 cycles of chemo. I wasn't either, you know. Because at first he was saying that I'd probably, and this is before I started chemo and everything, he was telling me that I probably had to blend the middle. But he was saying that I probably would have to do like 6 months of chemo, you know, and see if I would have to do 6 more months if I didn't answer correctly to it, you know, or if he didn't like the numbers or whatever. So, you know, I'm thinking that I probably won't even have to do 6 months, and if I do, it's just because he just wants to make sure I get the longest lifespan I possibly can, you know. Because even though I'm taking chemo is not going to save it. Chemo is not going to save my life. Chemo is just going to help me live longer. And he told me that that, you know, he was treating a guy with this with bile duct cancer, and he, you know, would have to come back after like a year of having, you know, being able to stop chemo. And he was just saying that, like, that guy only had got like 5 years out of, you know, that. But his was aggressive. Mine is not aggressive. It's not aggressive at all. But, you know, and then he was telling me about a lady that got 15 years. And so I calculated it up, and I was all like, my age plus 15, I'll be 49. So almost 50, you know? And my kid will be 19, which means I've already seen her do everything. I got to see her go to prom. I got to see her cheerlead or do sports, or, you know, I've gotten to walk her all the way up until pre-adulthood. And, you know, and that's a blessing either way it goes. Even if, I mean, if I outlive that, that is amazing. If 15 is all I get, that is also a blessing, you know? People tell me, don't think like that. Don't say things like that, you know? Like, you don't know what's going to happen. I don't, but I do, but I have a time frame. And it's a time frame that I've accepted. It's a time frame that I'm okay with, you know? Because it's all like, I'm blessed to be here at just 28, because most people don't even make it to 28, and they don't even have cancer. They were either murdered, car accident, something else. You know what I'm saying? Suicide. And it's all like, I'm okay with it. I have no problem only having 15 years of life left. I'm gonna live it as if I don't have 15 years, but I'm just saying, I don't see anything wrong with me accepting 15 years. You know, I've never been afraid of death. Death has never scared me. Never. I have always been one of those people that's just all like, it's a part of life. And you can ask Angel, you can ask Regina, you can ask my mom, and you can ask my granny. When they first told me that I had stage 3 cancer last year, that my cancer was just stage 3 last year, my mom was like boo-hooing, like left the room boo-hooing. I mean, I cried too for a little bit. Once I got that cry out, I was fine. And Regina was trying to cry, and Angel was all like, she's always so happy and positive, but she just kind of, you know, like, it's just that first initial shock of hearing something like that. And then you got me on the other side of the phone. You better not cry. What you crying for? Girl. And, you know, because they were saying it's incurable. There's no where the cancer is this time. Dr. Gunther couldn't get it, and all this other kind of stuff, you know. And I'm just all like, all right, well, y'all just let me know. Am I just being, am I just, you know, supposed to get comfortable? Like, am I finna pass, like, pretty soon? Or am I gonna pass, you know, like, in a couple of years? Like, y'all just let me know. Y'all let me know, and I'm on board. I'm gonna have to use my finger. You know what I'm saying? And I'm on board with it. Y'all just let me know. And it's not because I want to die. I mean, I have a reason to stay here. You know, and her name is Olivia. I have a reason to stay here. But at the same time, death is inevitable. It's going to happen, no matter if you want it to or not. And it's just something that you just have to prepare yourself for. My whole thing is, I don't want to leave while she's young and she doesn't understand why I left. That's my thing. I don't want to leave right now. I don't want to leave while she's 4. I don't want to leave while she's 5, 6, 7. You know what I'm saying? If I can get to those teenage years, that's when I'd be more comfortable, because she understands, you know, and she understands that mommy didn't leave because she wanted to. Mommy left because it was her time, because mommy had to go. But, yeah, I mean, to me, death is death. It's never an easy thing to accept for everybody. Some people really cannot accept death, and that is fine. And I just so happen to not be one of those people. Now, I'm not going to go into religion and what I believe in and stuff like that with y'all, because who got time to fight with y'all? Not me. Try again. Try again, boo-boo. You believe in what you believe in. I believe in what I believe in, okay? And we can still be friends because we didn't talk about it. We didn't fight. But, yeah. But anyways, he was just saying, you know, like, I had a really good response. I'm having a really good response. He's really, you know, he's really looking forward to getting my test results back from my to see how much more of the tumor is dying off or being or I want to kill it. But if it's not, as long as it's dying off and it shrinks down so little that it's not even a problem, like even that is good. Cause like I've explained to y'all, I can't, if y'all watched my Let's Eat, I explained to y'all that I cannot have surgery unless it's life or death, or unless I am bringing in life, which I will not be doing. My body, my choice. And if you follow me on Snapchat and Facebook, you know that I've been asking for a little boy. But I always tell you I don't know where he's going to come from. And I mean that. I have no idea where he's going to come from. So future husband, future boyfriend, I hope you come already with kids whenever you decide to show up, because this woman ain't having no more kids. Never ever. So therefore, you young bucks who be trying to hit on me because you think I'm 21, 23, I'm not for you. Because I ain't bearing you no child. And I'm almost 30. And me and one of my cousins was talking about that one time. You know, like, what age would we stop having children? And for me, it's 30. If by the time I'm 30, that little boy hasn't accidentally popped up, or a second child hasn't accidentally popped up, I'm not having no more kids. You know, and I'm not bashing on anybody who had kids at 30 or past 30. I congratulate you. But when I'm 30, I want to be able to not come home to a screaming baby. For one, that's annoying. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I am able to start back work and I done had a long, stressful day, I don't want to come home to a screaming child and I'm already in my 30s. No way. That don't even sound fun. But that's just me. That's just me. That's just my train of thought. It just don't sound fun. Now, I don't believe in having your babies just super early in life so you can live your 30s, but I'm just saying, you know, like, if I gotta choose, 30 is my stopping limit. For sure. Chemo. Okay, now let's talk about this chemo. Because I'm getting all off subject. I'm getting too comfortable with y'all. I'm just telling y'all all kind of my business. And I don't do stuff like that. I'm getting way too comfortable with y'all. Let's talk about this chemo, baby. So I went to go get chemo. I had to wait forever. So I got my chemo later than usual, even though my appointment was early, which I don't know what my appointment was early for, because I got back there later than I did when I have late chemo appointments. But anyways, my nurse just explained that, like, they had been, like, really busy, really packed all day, which is unusual for a Friday, because most of the time they're really not that packed. But even the doctor's office was pretty packed itself. So I don't know what was going on there, but whatever. My nurse had been, like, kind of, like, watching out for me, because I had explained to her that, like, I feel like I have hot flashes or whatever as soon as I finish my chemo. And so, like, this time it didn't even wait for me to finish my chemo. It just came on. I was talking to a lady, and her sister, and it just came out of nowhere. I was just sitting there talking to them, and then all of a sudden I just got super duper hot. I just got a hot flash. If you have never had a hot flash, you don't want to have one. They are not fun, okay? It's not a part of life that I was ready for. But for some reason, I have hot flashes when I get through with my chemo. Okay, and anyways, it was like I was saying, hot flashes. We don't want to do those. They are the absolute worst. But I was talking to a lady who's new. She said she was just there for her second dose of chemo. She said she just started last week, and she asked me how long had I been coming, and I said since September, and she was like, oh wow, and she was asking me how old I was, and she just couldn't believe that I was 28. She said I didn't look 28. I told her, yes, ma'am, I'm 28. And then when I got up to leave to go, I got up to go to the bathroom, she told her and her sister told her mom I didn't look any more than 15. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. But that explains why people don't approach. That explains why dudes don't approach me and talk to me, especially if I look 15 with no makeup on. I wouldn't take that risk either. Unless you personally know me. But yeah, she wasn't. But she was really, really sweet. Her and her sister were really sweet. When her sister noticed that I was having a hot flash, she started digging through her purse. She's all like, my sister got everything in that purse, everything. And she was all like, oh no, I think I left my Japanese fan at home. And I was all like, it's okay. I was all like, I'll just fan with my hand. She said, I got a backup one in here. And I was all like, oh, okay. And she's like, here you go, baby. You can. She said, fan with that. And then I saw my nurse was finishing up with another patient. So I was fanning and I called her over there and I was all like, Rachel, can I please get some Benadryl? And she's like, what's going on? And I was like, the chemo's not even done. I mean, I only had a few more minutes on it, but the chemo's not even done and I'm already like dripping in sweat. And yes, I had on a hoodie, but it was a very, very light hoodie, like almost like you could wear like a shirt because it's cold in there and they give you a warm blanket and you have heated seats. So it's just all like, it's not like I just, was just neat, it wasn't like one of those things where, oh, just take off your jacket, And the whole time I was in there, I was cold up until that happened. So, so she was like, yes, yes, yes. She's like, let me get the Benadryl. She's all like, I'll give it to you in your IV so it'll work faster. She's all like, but first let me check your vitals, just to make sure like I wasn't finna like pass out, I guess. So she checked my vitals, and she was like, "Oh, the vital." She was like, "Okay, yeah, I can give you some Benadryl. Your vitals are good." She's like, "You're definitely just having an allergic reaction to your chemo, to the chemo." She's like, "That's definitely what that is." And she's like, "And I'll have to call the doctor and let him know that, like, like you're having these problems." And I was like, "Crap!" I was like, "That's probably gonna mess everything up. Like, I'm finna do this makeup." I was like, "But crap, that's probably finna mess everything up. Like, I'm probably gonna be set back from that." But she said that when he called, she liked talking to my doctor because, like, he's one of those doctors that actually cares about his patients, and he really is. He's really good, and so he was like just telling her, like, just if the Benadryl works, then that's what we'll do. We'll add Benadryl. She'll get some Benadryl, like, maybe before we start the chemo, so it doesn't start the hot flashes, or either like right before her chemo ends. So that was good, because Rachel was all like, "Yeah, I checked your blood work. Your blood work is fantastic, girl." She's like, "It looks so good for somebody who hasn't been taking chemo for that long." And I was like, "Thank y'all. Y'all are really making me happy." So I had to call my mom up there because she asked me, "Does Benadryl make me sleepy?" And I told her, I said, "Yes, I'm a lightweight when it comes to the Benadryl."
Mommy, let me do your nails.
No.
You doing your nails?
I'm doing my makeup. Get out.
Can I do my nails?
No, I'll do them later. I'll do them when I get there. And she was just like, you're, and so I had to, Livy, no. And so
Mommy,
I had
can
to,
I have some candy?
no, you can get out.
Can
or
I
you
have
can
some
go.
muffins? Please.
Get out my face. And she was just like, but yeah, but rather than that, like, my chemo went really good. I took a really good nap. I have become a sleeper during chemo. Like I said, I used to stay up, not anymore. I stay up the whole ride to Baylor Scott and White just so I can take me a nap in the massage chair. Cause like I said, they're heating and massage chairs. And also during chemo, my back hurt. My back will start hurting really, really bad. And so, but my back will start hurting real bad during chemo. And so if I put that massage chair on before I get the chemo and go ahead and relax my muscles and stuff, like, it keeps my back from spazzing. My back hasn't spazzed like that in years. It used to spaz really bad like that when I used to call myself lifting weights and I hurt myself trying to do it. So there's that, I hurt myself doing that. And then so my mom had to walk me out. I did pretty good though, but I did take a good nap in the car when I got finished eating. My mom got me chicken strips and french fries again, my favorite. Very easy to please. This time around, I did taste my chemo. Most of the time, I don't taste my chemo, but I feel like I psyched myself up to taste it because my granny and my papa asked me, "Do I taste my chemo?" My granny Wanda and my papa Rick asked me, "Do I taste my chemo?" And I said no. And I tasted it this time. Absolutely disgusting. I had to hurry up and eat my Rice Krispie treat because I could not stand that taste in my mouth. It was nasty.
Mommy.
What?
I got a Pop-Tart. Is that okay?
Yes, that you gotta pop a Pop-Tart. But you know you have to eat this on the rug.
You mean on my rug?
Yeah.
On my blue rug?
Yes. So you don't waste crumbs in the bed and I can vacuum them up off the rug. But yeah, I had to hurry me buy Rice Krispie treat because I could not stand that taste in my mouth, like whatsoever. Could not stand it. And so but after I couldn't taste it anymore, and then I got and I had eaten the Rice Krispie, I went to sleep. My nurse kept coming over there trying to, I know what she was doing. She was trying to wake me up because she's used to me talking to her. She kept acting like she was checking on my IV. She know good well wasn't nothing wrong with my IV. I was a hard stick this time. They said I was dehydrated, which I don't understand because I drink like crazy. I'm always drinking something. They were just all like, oh, you're a hard stick today. What happened? You're dehydrated. I was like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I feel like I drink too much. I feel like these veins should be as big as the Rock right now. That's all I do. But my weight didn't fluctuate. It didn't go up. It didn't go down. So I wasn't that excited when I got off the machine. Let's see. But I did. But I have lost. I have lost. I have lost over 30 pounds. Can y'all believe that? I really have. I have lost over 30 pounds. And I'm almost back down to the weight that I was before I got pregnant. And then my weight goal is to keep. I want to get down because, you know, if she ain't 200, she ain't fun. That's what they say, but I ain't never heard nobody really say that. I only see them say it on TikTok. I really feel like it's for clout. But anyways, my weight goal is 185. That's where I want to stay. I want to stay at 185. When I was in high school, I entered high school at 185. I know I used to lie and tell people I was 175. I was not 175. I was 185 when I entered high school. By the time I graduated high school, I had entered the 200 club. But that's the reason why I didn't like talking to y'all about my weight, because I knew there was nobody probably as heavy as I was. But yes, by the time I graduated, I had entered the 200 club. So there's that. But I want to get back down to 185. When I look at my freshman year pictures, I mean, I still had a belly. I still had my thighs. I was a cute little shape, you know. And I really like that. I mean, Pam ain't never gonna let my stomach look just that little ever again. But when she's acting right, my stomach will look like that. That's why I can't really tell a difference in my stomach right now. And that's probably why most of y'all can't tell a difference in my stomach right now. I probably don't look like I've lost over 30 pounds, but I have. And you know, and it's an amazing feeling to me because I know it's only because I'm taking chemo right now is the reason why I even lost that much weight. But it really makes me happy that you know I have lost that much weight, because I never thought that I would be that little ever. You know, this I would lose this much weight because I've always struggled with my weight, and then because of the fact that the cancer makes my stomach swell, and then Pam, and so my stomach would be swollen, and then Pam would be acting like a butthole, and she won't just chill while my stomach is already swole, and so then Pam pudges out, and then I have people asking me how far along I am, when is the baby due. Like before I quit my job, I literally had a residence grown daughter. Like, this lady, it wasn't like she was like a little kid. Like, when a little kid asked me that, I understand, because I look pregnant with a swollen belly, and then Pam is sticking out, protruding like she's a baby. But right before I left my job, I had a resident's overly grown daughter ask. First of all, she touched my stomach, and I just kind of looked at her like she was crazy. And then I was like, well, maybe she's one of those, people who, she feels like when she lay hands on you and she prays is better. So, because, I know that she was a Christian lady. And I was all like, okay, well, maybe, she's fit to pray for me. But I really wish she would ask next time before she just does it. But, okay, so now you better not. You better get your butt up there and be still. I mean it. Turn your butt back around and face me. Talking to my ring light. Okay, now I'm finna go in with the Saharan blush Vol.II. I don't know if that's how you say it, but this is what it looks like in the inside. I've literally tried all of them, but I mostly wear this one. And I mostly just wear this one. What other women would contour with, they'll probably use as a contour blush. I use as an actual blush. It brings color back to my face as well. So I use this one, and the rest of them I kind of just use as like eyeshadows, little eye fillers, stuff like that. But yeah, get my blush. This is the Eco Tool blush brush. It's very fluffy and soft.